Bitcoin headed as Jerome Powell prepares his doomsday speech for the economy at large? We have Israel getting ready to invade Lebanon on the ground, looking spicy over there, even spicier than what happened over this weekend. We also have a nationwide Verizon shortage and outage. Some phones showing SOS symbols right in time for a port strike, also threatening the U.S. economy as everyone's reeling from a flood disaster and supply chain problems anyways. But our altcoins are actually doing pretty fucking well. This is the chaos of crypto. We're joined with the chaotic creature himself, Joshua Jake. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. I didn't know we were going to be talking about Israel putting Lebanese balls in their mouth. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be an interesting topic.
Yeah, it's an issue.
Yeah, it's a big issue.
Yeah. There's a little bit of scariness going on. And honestly, the markets didn't give a shit over the bombings this weekend. I mean,
at all. No one's even talking about them.
No one's talking about the ports that the Houthis have been operating out of. Hey, we got the nice shot of Jeffrey, the defunct leader of Toys R Us, taken to a life of bump, just living his best life on the couch here.
God.
Yeah, he's feeling
tired.
Good. He's a tired boy. And I am wearing a brand new outfit that Troy Lindsay and his wonderful wife put together for me. And my God, I love this fucking outfit. Like, this is the vibe right here. This is the absolute vibe. So huge shout out to you, Troy. And if everyone's not, pull up this. We got his album here. If you guys aren't already, in connection with Troy Lindsay, get his album, The Battle. Absolutely awesome. He sent me a copy of it, but man throws down. He's doing some great work, the Lord's work. And shout out to the partners of this channel. We got Arculus, CoinW, 2Bit. We have a trading competition going on TrueBit and High Block Capital right there. Absolutely love seeing the support of the basement, helping us keep the lights on. Maybe Isaac's going to get a paycheck someday. Someday.
No.
Probably not.
Hey. Free labor.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Are we going to the gun ring or the gun show?
Yeah, we'll be doing that if it's the Saturday. The Saturday would be preferred.
We need to go to the gun show.
We can go on a Friday too, though, but,
What do you want to get? We got to talk about this. This is serious.
I mean, I definitely need another AR out here, so probably get an AR-15. That's an obvious answer. And then I want my 9mm Smith & Wesson. Got one. All of my guns are in California, so I need them out here.
Yeah, the M&P Smith & Wesson?
M&P. Yep.
Okay.
M&P.
Fair enough. As long as it's a 9mm, so at least we get along there.
Look, when I've shot in Glocks, Berettas and everything, it's just how it shoots is, I like how heavy it is.
Yeah, fair enough.
In comparison,
a little less recoil and stuff.
A little less recoil, and just when you've been shooting for like decades at this point, it's just natural. So I don't want to have. It's like changing from controller to keyboard and mouse on PC.
I get you.
Not going to change.
See, and I've only really shot Glocks. Like I owned Smith & Wesson M&Ps, and I owned a 1911 and all these other ones, but I really only got along with the Glock for some reason. I don't know why. But guys, make sure to go follow Troy. Troy Lindsay's at Troy and Olga. This guy's absolutely awesome. He's got his own website where you can go here and pick up his album. But you know what? Support those who support us. So show some love here. Now on the crypto markets, where are we at here? We're at 63. Let's see, 63.5 right now. Let's go to market cap. I just want to check in on everything. Pretty ugly still, but Ethereum lost less than Bitcoin this weekend. Very interesting to see. And also, some of these altcoins are just popping. We had Bitensor Tau touching $600 earlier this morning. Arweave still holding strong, up 2.4% on the day. Injective up by nearly 2%. Phantom, some fast movers in this market. And let's just check on my baby Aerodrome, see how bad the damage is done.
She's doing all right.
She's doing just fine. Look at this.
She's doing just fine.
$1.16.
She's just resting a little bit.
Just a little rest.
Yeah,
you
just
need
a little rest.
You need some rest, right? Well, that'd be fun to build a little bull flag situation out here. A little bit, maybe just a smaller little snippet, come back down, and then whap. That's what I'd like to see out of Aerodrome. But we got a lot of news to cover here today, so we got to get into it. And you know what? Maybe I'm now the loudest guy in crypto, right? Maybe. I need to find someone that shills XRP or an ISO token as their job to go fight in the influencer thing. Since Ben won't fight me. Ben refuses.
I don't think anybody will fight you. You're too.
No, that's not.
You have too much testosterone compared to most of these crypto fighters. Most of these crypto fighters don't have really any testosterone. They're just, I don't know what they're trying to claim.
Well, I need to find one that, because I really want the fight to matter. And I think that people shilling coins that will only pump if CBDCs get implemented on the people at large deserve to get punched in the face. So that's what I'm kind of thinking on who to take on in that realm. I don't know.
I mean, I'd say Crypto Mason's your size.
That's a good call.
Yeah. I don't know if
I should hit him up. He's been like doing the punches and stuff.
He has been. He's married to martial arts.
See?
Doesn't she do martial arts?
I don't know.
Kickboxing?
I doubt it. Yeah. I doubt it.
No, Megan does. She does. I think more so than Wendy too. Yeah.
So that's kind of perfect.
I know they've wrestled.
Okay. All right. Well, let's see here.
Yeah, you just described. Yeah, that's AKA 3 booster shots.
But he won't fight me. He will not fight me. He literally said, hit network, choose your champion. I'm going to beat the fuck out of him. And I'm like, all right, here I am. Hello.
He would need a booster seat to fight you. He's just not tall enough. He's not tall enough to ride that ride.
Ansem is taller than me.
Again, I'm talking about testosterone, not men that shill cabal tokens.
I've gotten over being angry about it. I would love if Ben gets in the ring with me. The offer's out there, buddy.
I feel it like it's not hypocritical, or it just makes sense. Like, just think about the people that are paid the most amount of money in this industry to shill. They all have the same amount of testosterone.
That's true. And going to Bitcoin Nashville really showed that to me.
Or should I say estrogen?
Yeah. Estrogen. Hi, chemistry bro. Good to see you. Thanks for all the compliments. I love this outfit. I'm going to wear this. I'm going to fight it every day. Nicole Minnis could probably take Ben too. Now we got this from a supporter of the channel here. Dan, bull run over, 5th rejection from the downward trend line. It's either going to have an insane explosion or it's all over from here. Nothing else has tested his patience like crypto has. And he just highlights the trend line, the downward trend. Yes, it's been painful. This is counting from the wick right here. So
how is that a 100%. Trend line if it broke out past it 3 times?
Yeah, I mean, this is the pain, though. This is the pain for the kind of the holders out there.
I could draw that line a different way.
I know. And really, it's about the sentiment that comes out of this.
He's 100% correct.
Yeah, it's just over.
We're up, 26% in the last 3 weeks?
It's done.
With no pullback.
It's done. Thank you for joining OG status, the Gold Doge. And everyone out there, make sure that you're on subscribe or rejoin for your memberships. It's $1.25 a week to keep the lights on, and eventually Isaac is going to get a paycheck. And on that day that he does get a paycheck,
I'll buy an AR-15.
Well, wait, can I just give you one? Can we just transfer one to you? Are you old enough?
Yes, I am.
See,
that is very.
How about this? How about this? If we can make it to 1,000 members before the end of this month, I will give you the AR.
You heard them here, folks. Everybody, if you're not a member, make sure to spend $1.25 a week to become a member of the blockchain basement. Give me an AR-15.
I will trust Isaac with one.
Yes. Have you seen me shoot? I'm a
no. We gotta go.
Shooter.
We gotta go.
Yeah, we're going to the gun store. We're going to the gun show.
Yeah.
And it's going to be huge.
Yeah.
But this is the sentiment. People are thinking the bull market's over, you guys. Really, I think we're in a beautiful position. Here's Bitcoin dominance. We have, in my assertion, about, what is this? We have about until the beginning of December, end of November, before Bitcoin dominance is going to get spanked like it historically does. Each one of these time frames is 231 days to the T before Bitcoin dominance fell off of a cliff and the true nasty gains of alt season began. So I'm feeling damn good. And actually this pullback and not straight up making me feel good because really, I need to stack as much good altcoins before the end of November as humanly possible. So thank you for the shout out, Chris. I mean, I love this outfit. God, I love this outfit. I need more of this. I need more. Now this is from Quentin. 80% of Octobers were green. 100% of election years have been green in October, November, and December. Interesting. So he combines 80% of October's green, also 100% of election years in the green for these 3 months, October, November, December. 100% of the years with green September had a green October, November, and December. Q4 starts today because this post was yesterday. So actually, no, this post is today. So it's starting tomorrow, right? It's the 30th today. And so actual Q4 begins tomorrow.
Yep.
This is pretty exciting.
Yep.
Josh, I know that there's a lot of conversation on the DC show about this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking this is going to be green for the rest of the year just because of political interest to make things look good. send people to the polls with that idea of hope. Maybe it's different. I mean, tell me how it would be different or why it would be different if you think so.
Interest rates.
Interest rates?
The last two presidential cycles did not have interest rates and an unemployed economy the way we have today. They've lied about a lot of numbers. So I've been looking and comparing this more to 2008 or 2001 with the interest rates.
Mm-hmm.
And if that's the case, we're actually looking at, I don't know which month it will be, but I don't think we have 3 months of upside past us. I think October might be pretty well and boost us into it, but I think there's a very high chance that we actually, and this isn't necessarily bearish, we could have like a breakout to 70K or 75K, and then we actually have a pretty significant pullback. Before more upside. Yeah, because it's, people don't realize 50 basis points, like, especially if like today at 2 o'clock, we'll know at 2 o'clock today, if they start teasing a 50 basis point rate cut, like this means that we're going to see inflation come back into this market. So no matter what, bullish for crypto, but with that, it's still a very risky space because it's the size, it's like a third of the size of Amazon, or it's like the size of Amazon right now, whatever it is. So I would imagine some volatility.
Well, and Powell is speaking today at 12:55 p.m. actually as CDT.
And the last point to that chart, every single crypto Twitter trader is sharing it. So I'm like, maybe, like, usually when that happens, we get, it doesn't play out the exact same way. So like a lot of people thought September is going to end up being very, very bearish. Now it's going to be very, very bullish. So maybe November's bearish, maybe December's bearish.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that Powell's going to act like a pussycat for the rest of the year. Yeah. The economy's going to smell it, and they use arbitrage data. They're just going to arbitrage the unemployment worse than they already have to make it look like the economy is still going well. They changed the literal definition of a recession.
So would that mean you think, like, I agree with you. So I think you're going to have probably bullish action till the elections. That's what they want, right? No matter what, that's what they need. Yeah. So it's also very convenient, guys. When's the next interest rate cut? After elections.
Exactly.
So
well, it's actually the day after the election.
The day after elections.
Yeah.
And if you just think about that, if he's going to speak bullishly now, but people that say the Federal Reserve and they're like, well, it's a private institution, it's separate than the government. Joe Biden lied about meeting with Jerome Powell multiple times. So just realize they're lying to you.
Yeah. It's just such a crock of shit. Yeah. We got the Fed Watch tool here. Kind of crazy. 41% of people think another 50 base point cut is coming. This is nuts. To think another emergency reaction is going to happen from Federal Reserve interest rates. Like, this is nuts. 59% coming in thinking it's going to be a 25 base point cut. We do remember the Federal Reserve was talking about getting a total of 75 base points cut before the year's end. But the shocking part is they started it off with a 50 base point cut right off the top. So it is interesting to think about. And it is very cut. I would think that they're going to do 25 base points, but I thought that last time. And boy, they showed some weakness on the last Fed meeting, which surprised me. That did surprise me quite a bit.
Yeah, it just goes to show, where social media is at with people that are trying to find themselves as like professional, institutional, like they understand macroeconomics. And it's because they have a 3-year degree or a minor in economics, and they have no idea how actually cause and effect works. So it shocks me. Like, a perfect example is like going on with immigration. Like, there's a huge part of the world that believes immigration doesn't matter. It's like, okay, if we let in 20 illegal immigrants, like, people that are voting on like abortion right now are, can I cuss on here?
Yeah, sure.
Are fucking idiots. Yeah. Okay. Because guess what? If you're the same people voting on abortion are the same people that are pro-immigration, and all your pro-immigrants, all these immigrants are primarily religious folks from like the Middle East. They're not pro-abortion. So this means if you're going to let all these people in, then legalize them. Guess what happens in 5 to 10 years?
Your ideals get voted out.
Your ideals get voted out, and you're complete. Like, everything you were fighting for today is diminished in 4 years, and they can't comprehend these simple it's a mathematical equation as you put up.
Usually these things don't bother people until it's literally hurting their livelihoods. Like this from Donald the Duck. His wife owns an apartment complex or an apartment in France. Squatters came in, threatened other inhabitants in the building with guns to make them leave. Once they do, the squatters play landlord and rent the apartments out to other squatters.
Oh my
and he doesn't want to say where they're from or nothing like that, because I think he is from that spectrum. Western laws don't cater to insane people. It's wild to watch. So understanding and realizing the effects of the way they vote, very real thing, especially in France. Not looking great. You know what I mean? And we saw some good things happen today.
I was in Italy for my honeymoon in Rome. The same time.
How was that? Did you see any?
Oh, any Italians?
Well,
What do you mean there?
Yeah.
No, it's so super surprising. The British Prime Minister, the UK Prime Minister was there learning about their immigration policies because they were letting in so many immigrants, and then they shut down everything because, and I mean, seriously, they go to Rome, and like, I'm not like, it doesn't matter who you are, but like, I was expecting to go eat Italian food. Yeah. Every single restaurant, Indians.
Really?
Every single one.
You know, I had Indian food for lunch.
Unless you went to local.
I love Indian food. That is one of my favorite foods.
Yeah, but it was like just shocking to be like, I'm gonna get Italian food.
No, it's not gonna
every
happen.
waiter, everybody, like, it was like, and like, I'm not saying there wasn't like Italians, but there was a lot of immigration, and so it was just interesting to see the UK Prime Minister there because they're having all their immigration issues, and then like the Western, like then America just like completely oblivious to the issues that exist in Europe all over the country right now.
Well,
like,
they just Aurora. Aurora, New York, they're finding out.
Oh, that's a conspiracy.
Dude, look at this. Okay, well, I'll show this real quick, and then I'll go to my bookmarks. Ohio State Senator Neeraj Atani, Ohio is so weird, introduces a bill to require Ohio to accept Bitcoin for taxes. Great. Look at what's happening in New York. I saw this just before the show, and I wasn't going to show this, but I guess if I don't say any naughty words, we'll probably be all right. Where is this? This is New York.
Oh, wow. You're showing this?
Yeah, I'm going to show it. I'm not going to play the sound, so don't play the sound here, Isaac, but this is what New York looks like right now. Kind of a interesting vibe going on here. You know, they voted for these things. It's all accepting until your town's being overrun and uninhabitable, and people are just being robbed blind. Old ladies are having attempted kidnappings happen to them.
Do you notice? Go back to that. Just scroll back.
Yeah.
And this is the thing that I don't like. Progressive liberals are the dumbest people on the planet. Like, pause on that next scene where like they're all lined up. Notice the age group and the average individual.
Oh, these are military age males. Yeah, absolutely.
What, probably 18 to 25.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is the average age group.
High T.
By the way, a lot of these are convicted felons. 500,000, by the way, that we have only tracked. That doesn't include the gotaways, which is over 2 million on average. So we're looking at probably 1 million convicted felons, murderers, convicted sexual assaulters. Yeah. All entering this country.
It's not
all
great.
At the average age of 18 to 25.
Well, and like, don't you think the conversation would be different if these were all like big booty Latinas coming across the border? Then the liberal women would lose their minds in the United States.
They would.
Be like,
no. But the problem is like, that's like what we try to say. Imagine if it was like, because dude, liberals will try to do this. Imagine if it was a hot, beautiful woman. Would you care? It's like, that's a completely different situation. Like, we're talking about like the average age of, by the way, these are people coming from countries that are sanctioned, that are red travel states that you don't want to go to because like there's the complete utter violence going on in those countries.
Yep.
And we're just letting them in. Like, this is treason. Like, Kamala Harris and Joe Biden should be investigated and impeached for this.
Did you see her post this weekend,
dude,
on fentanyl?
So good. The fentanyl and the border, and then the border security, like fact checking her, and then like now the left is still saying, well, border security is like the union doesn't matter.
Yeah.
What? Like, the pro-union party is now the war party and the invasion party. It makes no sense.
Here's fentanyl addicts for Harris. There you go.
Oh yeah, dude, that's a.
Yeah.
Is that Mark Cuban?
Is that Mark Cuban? It's in my replies. Where's my replies? I've been trolling a lot of people, especially the Harris organization. Let's see here. This is me this morning having a hoot.
Having a hoot.
Let's see here. Where is she? Where is she? She's talking about stopping the flow. Oh, and freaking Charles Hoskinson.
Oh, you could stop the flow of that. You could stop the flow real quick with that.
Dude, Hoskinson out here flexing his 50 cal. All right. So, first of all, shout out to Elevator Man. Absolute savage. But now, let's compare rifles. Because the 50 cal is next on the list. Look at this thing. This versus this. You know what I mean? This is the 3.0. This is a 6.5 Creedmoor setup right now. It also comes with 308 barrel. But that and then this. I mean, God, this is such a sexy vibe.
I mean, let's look at it from this direction. Which one has more mobility?
Well, definitely the 6.5, but this thing is not very mobile in and of itself. You know?
Yeah, but you could definitely move it quicker.
You can. And it's lighter.
It's lighter. Yeah. Doesn't have nearly the recoil. Still has the same impact unless you're shooting an elephant.
Dude, I am so excited to go to the gun show with you. I really am.
It's going to be fun.
I really am.
It's going to be fun.
All right, we got a lot of stuff to cover here. Now, this is from Miles Dushner. What's intriguing right now is that Bitcoin dumped harder than the alts. Bitcoin dominance chart below. Many alts are holding up surprisingly well. Good sign on the next leg up incoming. They'll continue to outperform. And we were looking at the Bitcoin dominance graph earlier on in the show. I'll just show it again, though. This is on the weekly, and the dominance did take a little bit of a haircut here. So interesting to see. We'll see if this time frame is shortened, but at large, you guys, I think we're just going to chop range until the beginning of December and then fall off a cliff. But nice to see some alts reacting aggressively in the light of the nasty downturn that we saw this weekend for Bitcoin. Also, this BS. Tony Edward, Thinking Crypto. Let's hope the SEC doesn't try and screw XRP holders again by filing an appeal. Deadline is October 7th. If they do indeed file an appeal, I would be watching out for 30 cent, 40 cent XRP. And no, I'm not buying any of these XRP tokens at that level. But, you know, really, we're sitting here blaming the SEC still for, you know, XRP and Ripple. Yeah, the SEC went after Ripple, the company, but Ripple's the one that dumps tons of tokens on XRP holders' heads every single month. So just keep that in mind.
No, they're investing.
They're Sure.
And they're nice Porsche GTR.
Yeah.
Chris Larson, dude.
You know, it's just such
and then
bullshit.
he endorses Kamala Harris, the very administration.
Same with David Schwartz.
Dude, yeah, well, David Schwartz is quirky, so that just makes sense, but they just make no sense.
Now,
they
let me
make
ask
no
you
sense,
this.
dude.
Is Garlinghouse also a white dude for Harris?
No, definitely not. He's
You don't
already
think?
no. I think he's already said that too. Isn't he more of an RFK guy? Everybody in
I don't
crypto
know.
should be an RFK guy,
Something's wrong with you if you're not an RFK guy in crypto.
and you're in crypto.
Yeah.
It makes no sense. Instead, they're going, well, Kamala Harris, she said blockchain once. It's like, dude, her advisors are straight up all from the Elizabeth Warren administration. They're all like under her. So, and then you have Adeyemo, who she wants to be the U.S. Treasury Secretary, who wrote the anti-bill on crypto, and then she's also the administration that put Gary Gensler into his power. It's like, and oh well, she's better for what? What are you smoking, dude?
Let's see here. Crypto Crank, tell Josh and Drew to look at the Springfield Waypoint 2023-08 full carbon fiber baddest hunting rifle out. That sounds sick.
Also, the fact that Hillary is going to get in a position under, dude, guys, you want Hillary Clinton back in office?
Oh, I can't
She's
wait.
going to be, she's going to be put into a position under the Harris administration. And this is someone that is responsible for the deaths of millions of innocent lives.
She's a
in
sweetheart,
Libya.
though. We love Hillary.
Yeah, she's so sweet. She's,
She's the best, really. One of the finest driving factors for me stacking AR lowers when they were all talking about her taking office. I made a lot of money off AR lowers.
She should be in prison.
Yeah.
She should be in prison.
It'll never happen. We can't have nice things. Also, this from XRP peeps. So blockchain backer. I love the guy's TA. He does a good job on TA in traditional markets and stuff. But look, it isn't much to celebrate, but we're taking anything we can get at this point. XRP has the highest weekly close of 2024 above the 702 retrace of March-September range, using his fibs to understand how much more Ripple's going to dump on his head in his XRP holdings. Here's a live look at XRP holders celebrating their 5% pump this weekend, just getting groovy with it. You know, they're living their best life out there. Finally saw a green candle on the coin, but did the green candle hold? That is the great question here. Let's see. Let's have a look-see under the hood here. 62 cents. No, it did not. It is down 5% on the day and giving up that whole move right there, really. Honestly, not going to be surprised to see this thing revisit this 59-cent range, even without the appeal happening to it. So enjoy the dance, boys. It's been good. It's been real. Living their best lives out there. Holy shit. When will people realize that the token needs to reach $1 trillion market cap to accomplish even, you know, what is that? Let's do coin perspective. Let's do coin perspective. On XRP, we're going in. We're going in. This is a pastime for me now. This is a pastime for me. XRP, bam. We're going to cook the supply up just a bit. I'll be generous. I won't do it too much here. Just a little bit. Now, it needs to hit $400 billion market cap to reach $6.44 a token. More likely, it's going to reaccomplish around the $100 billion in a hyper bullish situation and reach $1.78. So, you know, great. There's almost a 3x. Almost a 3x. Subscribe because Drew's shirt. That's right. What coins do you suggest I get? 6K in dry powder. Man, I got so much room for activities in that regards. Why don't we go swimming in the sea? Now, first and foremost, I feel like Near is a damn good mover. It's taking a little bit of a haircut today, down 1%. Near, I'm a big believer in. I also think Chainlink at solid buy points right now, sitting under $12. This is a good snag for me if I was looking to theoretically get in. Let's see here, Arrow as well. I've been hammering Arrow at the 50-cent buy point. Now we're off to the races here. So I would be a little bit patient on this and try to get it sub $1 levels. But Arrow, in my opinion, is going to accomplish a $20 to $30 billion market cap, currently sitting at under $1 billion. I think that this token is going to accomplish what Uniswap did last bull market in a conservative manner.
What's Jupiter at?
Oh, yeah, Jupiter's another great pick. And I love my Jupiter.
I think Aerodrome will hit at least. Oh, it's only $1 billion?
Yeah, it's only $1 billion. This is the auxiliary play I got to Solana. I've just been buying these red zones in the 70-cent range.
Let me try. What's Pancake?
Pancake? Let's check it out. I'm
trying to just compare to what's the another system that probably $3 billion?
Well, let's go to the all-time.
No, wait, it's 500 million?
Yeah.
Dang, Pancake down, bro.
Pancake down. Pancake
down.
What's
the biggest DEX right now besides Uniswap?
I mean, yeah.
Why am I spacing my mind?
Well, no, I mean, there's a lot of them, honestly, and there's so many, it's hard to choose. I don't know the exact biggest one. That's a good question. What is the biggest DEX?
Chat, give us what are the biggest DEXs? Because that's what I would compare Arrow to. Is what are going to be the big Uniswap's probably sitting still pretty high, like 5 billion, 4.5 billion. Yeah. So doing even half that makes sense. I think even Jupiter as well, because they'd see most of the volume. That's where a lot of the DEX volume.
Arrow's going to accomplish what Uniswap did last time, and Uniswap's going to outdo what it did last time.
Uniswap hit like 25 billion.
Just about 22 billion.
See, I would say I think Uniswap could do what it did last time. I think Aerodrome and Solana, I think Jupiter are going to absorb a lot of that liquidity because of the meme coins.
We got to check out Radium too.
Did you check out that meme coin video yet from Murad?
No.
So I did a reaction. It's 30 minutes yesterday on YouTube, but you should just watch his 20-minute video. It is mind-blowing on meme coins and the super cycle that's going to come from them. Like, it is insane, and it's the best meme coin video I think I've ever seen in my life, and it changed my mind in a very strong way.
Interesting.
It's insane.
Look at this. Radium is another big one. Solana auxiliary play. Its all-time high was $1 billion. Man, it's hard to say how high these Solana auxiliary plays are going to really go. Uniswap, Jupiter, Arrow, Cake. That's it. So Uniswap is still, by and large, kind of feeling like the king. And I feel like Aerodrome absorbing all that CB BTC liquidity right out of the rip, it showed a very good sign for what's to come for base and all the money in that move. Nicole Ministator's been printing off Modang, that damn hippo.
Arrow could. Seth said, why couldn't it hit? I think Arrow could is what I'm saying. I don't think Uniswap's going to do like the 50. I think the Arrows and the Solana, like the Jupiters, are going to perform way better than Uniswap this cycle.
For Uniswap, I'm feeling like 30. Not like doubling its previous all-time high, but
that
still
could be
rising with the tide of a really good market, Let's see here. Please look at trading volume on MinSwap. I'm sure that's not looking great.
Is that ADA?
Yes, it's ADA.
Guys, you got to get rid of the VC. Like, they have their cult followings. They're going to do well. They're going to perform, pretty average, I think, this cycle. But the movers are the Arrows. I'm really hoping Optimism. So another sleeper is Velodrome, which is the founder, the creators of Aerodrome.
Where is Velodrome right now?
It's not it's following Aerodrome pretty closely, but you have to realize if Optimism can get a little bit of that retail exposure and get a good meme coin actually produced on that chain, Velo would perform very well too. And Optimism has, I believe, the most amount of smart contracts developed out of any chain.
It's powering base chain too.
And it's
that's a huge fucking deal.
Yep.
And the whole idea behind base being the next play is I saw the Department of Justice sweep Binance out of the way in a very obvious move to make way for BlackRock, Coinbase, and the base chain. Dominion. No, I haven't. Bluegrass Man. Damn it. I need to watch the damn show Dominion. I keep forgetting. You need to hit me up on Twitter to remind me.
I just love the truth.
What's that?
I said I don't hate Cardano. I just love the truth.
The truth matters. Bluegrass Man, please. I'm going to set a reminder because I do want to see this damn show. I want to see what he's talking about. I just forgot. This weekend was kind of crazy. I had the dog eating. Where's the dog?
He's passed out. Adorable.
Where's the dog?
Adorable little dude.
What a dork. He tried to eat a chicken.
He's right below the camera.
He tried to eat a chicken this weekend.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It was awful. He traumatized my dog. It is why he's tired, isn't it?
Chasing chicken.
Yeah.
He's trying to choke the chicken.
Choke the chicken. Unbelievable. All right, let's get all these other stories out of the way. XRP holders dancing. Great. Pudgy Penguin arcades. Look at this. Pudgy Penguin coming out with an arcade game. Very, very freaking cool. Don't know if the NFT is going to live long enough for these kids to remember to hammer into this NFT when they're 20 or whatever. But interesting to see, that they're playing out there. Someone, Crypto Crank bringing up Ondo. I'm liking Ondo. I did double down on Ondo's dip as well. Let's check out what the chart is looking like on Ondo. It's down 5% on the day. It's nothing great here. On the month, I mean, I think I rehammered it at like 60 cents, 50 cents. So, I mean, the buy that I did on top and off the bag, great. The original buy was about 38 cents. And I just bought some more at, I think it was about like 55, 60 cents here. So, not a bad snag on the massive dip. Does look like it's on its way back up. Josh, how are you feeling about Ondo? Are you still stacking Ondo?
I think it's going to be the greatest play of 2025.
And what do you...
The greatest.
So the greatest play of 2025?
I think it's the least risky play you can make in crypto right now.
Okay. Now,
besides Bitcoin.
Let me ask you this. Do you think it's going to breach the top 20 of the market in terms of market cap?
Doesn't need to. Top 30.
Top 30?
I think top 30 is easy. I think there's going to be a lot of FUD around the token dilution with the supply doubling. But I've, like, from the CEO, which I got to have him on for an interview. He gave me a follow back. But I think that's going to be heavily priced in. I think it's overly being... I think it's going to be overly bearish, and that's going to make the best time for the accumulation. And then you have another year of this, but also it has to be voted on, I believe, by the team to even release the 1 billion. So they might not even release all that. And then whatever they vote on, they might release, and they might invest that just back into more products. But if you go on RWA.xyz, I predicted this in January this year.
Yeah.
10 million. We were at $10 million in tokenized treasuries. You know what that value is today?
What's it around?
It's the biggest gain in the entire crypto market. It's at $2.23 billion.
Jesus.
It's on a 24x.
Jesus.
That is how much value is locked up in there, and they're the largest locked position.
So talking about Ondo, I want to get a feel for how high you think this market cap's going to actually go. Because I'm sitting here looking at this $1 billion market cap. I'm seeing BlackRock outwardly working with this organization. We see the tokenization of assets in a very tangible way. We can taste it. We can taste it. I will say 20 billion's not shit for this thing.
Look, I think that's possible. All I'm going to say is I don't know what the upside to it is. I don't see a reality where that's not at a $10 billion market cap one day. And it's just because, if again, pull up RWA.xyz so everybody can just see this.
Let's go.
This is the most important metric that you need to look at. I mean, it's at $1 billion market cap, or not even $1 billion market cap right now.
Yeah.
And it has as much to value locked as its market cap. So this thing is one of the most useful products in the entire market. Click on U.S. Treasuries on the left-hand side there.
Here.
2.24 billion. Sorry about that. So now we're at like 10 million is what I saw.
Jesus.
So it is up and to the right. You look at Ondo, it is past securitized, which is BlackRock Biddle project, by over 100 million. It's gapped them. They're the largest partner or largest client of securitized for BlackRock. There's no world where securitized hits $2-4 billion, and then on top of it doesn't have Ondo and their CEO talking with them at these big U.S. Treasury digital finance sectors.
Absolutely.
At all of these conferences.
100%.
And then scroll down a little bit more. Look at the networks. It is the only one that is accessible to pretty much it is outperforming. That's just one of their products, by the way.
Holy God.
So
yeah, it's looking pretty juicy. You know, that's why it's one of my, I think it's my 4th biggest holding. Ondo is. It's up there.
It's my 4th or 5th as well.
Is
it's
really?
Up there massively.
Okay.
And it will probably be the largest. It was the largest. It was not largest. It was the 3rd largest besides Bitcoin ETH, but then I bought a Tesla with a lot of the profits.
Yeah. Oh God. Fed speaking. Sounds like they're going to cut again. Oh boy. Oh boy. We better cover the Fed stuff here. We're getting so sidetracked with all this room for playing and excitement. You know what I mean? And yes, I think the Fed's going to cut. Global liquidity index breaking out, monstrous bull run incoming. I would agree with this, but I think we're going to hit around 150 to 200K per Bitcoin.
Yes.
Not going to think.
Thank you.
We got to stop people from believing the $1 million Bitcoin now. We need to get ahead of this narrative now and stop people from thinking that.
For the audience listening, the people that are claiming for the $500,000, $1 million, I don't know if it's this guy, but a lot of the institutions out there, they don't need $500,000, guys. They need a 10% move, and they just made $1 billion.
Right.
So 150K to these institutions. Trust me, the ones that are saying, "Oh, this is going to go to $1 million," they're going to be in so much profit by the time we're at 120K.
Yeah.
And this is the other thing. There's $155 billion worth of token unlocks in 2025. So not only do, let's say these companies make, let's go to 120K, $150K, $1,000 market cap for Bitcoin. How much money do we need to now project past that 155 billion in selling pressure that's going to come on retail from all the VCs and the tokenized products that exist?
Right.
So it's a lot of selling. I'm with you. I think 120K is a safe.
I mean that's a reasonable look, and really, you know, it's to accomplish $1 million Bitcoin. That's a $20 trillion market cap. Do we really think that we're going to be transitioning $20 trillion into just Bitcoin?
Unless it's World War III.
You know,
which maybe if Harris wins, there you go. Maybe.
Not even that. Even if we had World War III, we'd be looking at that in like 2028 or something like that.
How much? I don't know the answer to this. How much money would we need? Like if a nuke went off, how much would we need to print?
Oh God, dude. I mean, if you still have a printer, they would probably just do CBDCs and not print anything anymore. That's the catastrophe that brings people to their knees, and then they're begging for notes. But honestly, if those types of things happen at large, and we do see a no-win situation between the largest nuclear arsenals on the planet, then you know what? Your best currency, salt, NBC suits,
as bullets. One would say, unburdened by what has been.
Exactly. You wouldn't even be thinking about money when someone's sitting there trying to give you, dollar notes when you're for the food that you have for your family. You're like, yeah, I'm going to take that money for the food that my family
No, dude,
needs.
You'll be trading ammo and food.
Yeah, that's basically it. And salt was one of the first currencies on the planet. Depends on who gets nuked. That is true. That is true. What is Josh and Drew's favorite small market cap RWA token?
I can say who it would be too. It'd be Ukraine. I'm just being serious. Dead ass. Like, and then also we need $8 trillion.
Oh my God.
Fucking Zelensky's butt buddy, dude.
You see Trump met with Zelensky.
Yeah, and treated him just like he should as a world leader. Everybody's like, oh, look at Harris. She's so supportive. And he's like, he's like over there trying to get affirmation on a live stream. Like, well, we're your better partners, right? He's like, no, you're the poorest nation in Europe, and we're giving you hundreds of billions of dollars for a war that you're never going to win. This needs to be handled through diplomacy. I'm not rubbing off Putin here, but it needs to handle through diplomacy. They can throw body after body after body at Ukraine because they have the surplus. Ukraine doesn't. There's like what's a 6-month ratio on bodies before all of a sudden they have to bring in Poland or a NATO team to help support them. They're gonna run out of bodies.
Fact, BlackRock's got the contract to rebuild.
Oh, dude, that's
Ukraine. That's how fucked up this situation is.
That's why they don't have the contract for the world. It's like they should just buy the globe at this point.
Who knows? They might have it, man. They may have it. Look up Larry Fink's background. He may have it.
He will with Bitcoin.
That's true. Now, Barry Silbert. I got to keep talking about this, you guys, because I don't want you guys to miss this, okay? Grayscale, with its decentralized AI fund, open and eligible to accredited investors, but they're shilling near, render, file, LPT, and Tau. Now, many of these are normal, and we know that they're pretty good projects. LPT, I've covered it a few times. We're going to take a look at this again because I don't want the basement fam missing this bad boy. Live Pure token, down 6% on the day, $490 million market cap, number 126 in size of market cap comparisons. Here's the year. This thing is fucking beautiful looking. Look at the tests that it's had already. Yes, it's on an upswing. Now the downturn. Famous last words. We are in a channel, and I want this thing to come back down into the maybe $12 range, maybe $13 range. But honestly, I'm building a bag of this thing right effing now. Seeing Barry Silbert, one of the actual cabal leaders of crypto, shilling this thing through a Grayscale trust. Number 126 on market cap size. This looks like a damn juicy pick for me. I'm taking this thing pretty seriously.
Is that the same Barry Silbert that sold out to Larry Summers?
Pretty sure.
Pretty sure. F you in the chat for Barry Silbert, guys. Yeah. Let's get some Fs in the chat for Barry Silbert.
Yeah.
This is a guy who sold himself out to the guy behind Glass Eagle. There's Eagle or Deagle? What was the Seagull?
Glass Seagull?
Was it Glass Seagull?
I don't remember that happening.
Chat, give it to me. Give it to me.
Give it to me.
I know someone in this chat definitely knows. They're way too smart. Jeez. Yeah, 2003, 2004. What led up to the 2008 financial crisis?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's Barry Silbert. Yeah.
And he leads the DCG.
Or Larry Summers. Sorry.
Barry has always sketched me out from how much power he has to the DCG. It's just way too much power for one dude.
So he's been the puppet. So Larry Summers took DCG, made a ton of money, got out early, went to now the board of OpenAI. This is the guy responsible, again, for 2008 financial crisis and a lot of different war issues with Henry Kissinger. So do with that research if you want to. Go dive down that rabbit hole.
Glass-Steagall looks like.
This is also the guy that would advise on, guess what type of artificial intelligence restrictions under the Harris administration?
Well, the free speech ones probably.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah. Interesting how that works.
I mean, you can just guess it and know where they're going for. They want to control the conversation.
Harvard presidents, I think also the secretary, he was Treasury Secretary under Obama's administration.
God.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Good guy, sir. Totally.
Did you see this hamster combat token? People were earning by like tapping their phones from hamster combat. Let's see if the sell-off is done on this insane Telegram freaking hamster. Nope, not done. Down 8% on the day. Let's see, on the month, a little bit of action here. On the year, look at this. We'll see. Interesting little play here for hamster combat people. Delete all this. You guys covered this on the morning. Chinese quantitative easing got realized this morning, and one of the biggest candlesticks they've seen in 16 years hitting the Chinese economy at China. But this hitting America. Port strikes set to start Tuesday, tomorrow, could cost the U.S. economy $5 billion daily. International Longshoremen's Association confirmed on Sunday that a port strike will begin Tuesday, impacting operations along the U.S. East Coast and the Gulf of Mexico. The strike, which could affect 36 ports, signals action that could cause delays and snarl supply chains, costing the U.S. economy an estimated $5 billion per day. The union cited the United States Maritime Alliance's refusal to address a half-century wage subjugation. Biden said he will not intervene. It's collective bargaining. I don't believe in Taft hardly. The strike could lead to shortages and higher prices for products like chocolate, alcohol, fruits, and automobiles. Perishable goods like bananas, cherries, and berries will particularly be impacted as 25% of the U.S. banana consumption flows through these affected ports. And while the holiday shopping season may be less affected, the distribution could still take months to recover from. And the last major port labor dispute in 2002 took 6 months to return to normal. Very, very interesting to see, and this is affecting a large portion of the East Coast ports. Marjorie Taylor Greene also highlighting this. 85,000 dock workers from Maine to Texas will impact 36 ports. Could potentially get rough. And we see the Teamsters walking out here. Let's play this sound here. This is the Teamsters as they walked out from their locations.
If you are a Teamster, punch out, grab your stuff, go home. Let's get out of here. We are officially on strike.
I thought that the millions of Teamsters, though, were pro-Democrat.
Oh, God, that's such a psyop. No, they're not.
This is fake news. This is a fake video.
Yeah. Did we miss a super chat, Isaac? Where's the super chat? Show me the super chat. I want to see. I don't want to miss super chats. Unbelievable. While he's looking for that, I'm going to keep going
Josh
through here.
Ondo price prediction.
Oh, yeah, Josh Ondo price prediction. Where is the market cap going to tap out? You said 10 billion.
Yeah,
easy.
So $5 to $7 is my target for Ondo this cycle. Dude, to be honest though, guys, at like $3-4, I have a massive I think my Ondo bag is like 20 grand right now. So like if you're up, dude, that's so much money. I can't I just can't even talk about that.
So you're probably not going to hold until a $10 billion market cap.
I'll be looking for I'll keep some in it probably and dollar cost average out. I already did when it went from, because we bought in at 36 cents and heavy at 70, sold at $1.40. Yeah. Like 15,000 worth or whatever, and then put that as the down on the Tesla. So I'm just like, I just watch. Everybody's in a different position. So some people are gonna be like, oh, that's only a 5x, 6x.
Yeah.
When you're playing with margins, it's like that's again safe bet. I'm looking at some pretty exponential gains, and I'll be taking profits out of that. I'll let you guys know. I'll let you know.
You got the Tesla. It hasn't lit on fire spontaneously for you yet, so it's going good.
Nah, I love it, dude. It's
well, you don't have to drive
very comfy
far.
car.
I understand why you like the car. You don't have to I have to drive to Alabama.
It would be terrible for commuters. Don't get it if you're a commuter.
Yeah, if I have to go nearly to Alabama for work, or to go home, I'm on the border.
I don't even know if there's an EV charge station.
There's not much.
So,
I don't see shit for infrastructure for electric vehicles where I live. There's nothing. You know, there's boiled peanuts, liquor stores, gas
You'd
stations.
be surprised with the Tesla. It's pretty good, and will always tell you. You put in your location, it will always tell if you need to stop for a charger. But that's the thing, like it only got so many miles per charge. So like if you're commuting and you don't want to have to stop twice or 3 times a week to charge for 30 minutes, look, I get it. It's not meant for it.
Everyone's. I want to take a nap. I'm tired. You know, Isaac, why the hell are you acting tired? You're like 18 years old. Why are you tired, Isaac? Explain yourself.
I'm tired, bro. I'm just tired. I have a busy day. I got a 12.5-hour day today. I got a 12.5-hour day tomorrow.
He's out here working hard.
Dude, you sound like a content creator. Are you doing content?
Possibly.
Oh, that's
cool.
cool.
On my TikTok.
Are you at 20,000 followers?
Possibly.
Does that mean that 12-hour workday is working for you?
It does. That's why I'm so tired.
Can you tell chat what it takes to be a content creator?
Hours of research. You can't be giving people shit. You can't be giving them false information. You got to do your
hours of research. What do you work like 15 hours a day, dude? You know, you really do. He works like 3 jobs.
He crushes it, dude. He crushes it. It's consistency, though, is what I was looking for.
That too. That would probably work.
But yeah, you're crushing it, man. Congrats on all your success, dude.
Good stuff. Good stuff. And now,
I'm done with CC.
I'm tired of these leftist morons. That's Michael King. Now, Verizon, nationwide outage being reported at Verizon Wireless. Interesting to note, I have AT&T, so I'm not dealing with it personally, but we did see a spike in outages for Verizon. This guy paid $4,000 for a guitar signed by Taylor Swift so he could take a hammer and smash it in front of everyone as they cheered and laughed. This is telling me we are back. We are truly in a bull market seeing these things happen, and I'm here for it. Now, a couple more things. We also got this.
Use AI to say she smashed that guitar on stage and sell it for $8,000. They will never know.
That's a good point. Just destroy it, and so all that's left is the handle.
Yeah.
You know, that's a reasonable play. Nick is from North Carolina, and he's talking about his hometowns that were flooded. So people in New York, North Carolina, we need our help for our towns that are flooded. Biden, here's a loan you can apply for. Oh, wait, the website doesn't work. That's great. Assistance can include grants for temporary housing, yada, yada. Here's the site. Great. Really helpful. Thank you so much, Joe. You're out here killing us. And this guy has an interesting take on the aftermath of the Asheville floods. Asheville, North Carolina resident says it's chaos after Hurricane Helene. Says looters everywhere. Let's just have a listen to this guy. He's going through it. Maybe these are lefties waking up to Second Amendment necessities.
So update right now, the biggest problem after Hurricane Helene is just you're not able to move. Some of my friends just try to go to Tennessee. The roads are completely blocked off. You're not getting out. We're trapped in. There's a lot of looters. Please stay safe. Stay inside. If you have a weapon, keep it on you because there are people intentionally sabotaging stuff. So over on I-40, there were some truckers coming in with supplies and medical stuff trying to help us. They started at a truck stop to get some rest. When they woke up, their tires were slashed.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing was stolen, just tires were slashed. The same thing is happening all over the place. People are intentionally just vandalizing stuff, not stealing, just vandalizing. And then there's looting happening in all the stores. I'll come back with an update in about 5 or 6 hours. Everyone stay safe.
Damn. So someone says, does this look like Crypto Jeb? Does that look like Crypto Jeb? I can't tell.
Less sporadic one, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, it seems more calm.
Like it's like him on after smoking weed or something.
Yeah. Very interesting thing, though, slashing the tires to aid trucks without taking the things inside of them. That sounds like Antifa. That sounds like
I don't know. No way it would be Antifa or illegal immigrants or somebody that wants to incite chaos that's here just to stir up,
truckers getting their
tensions.
tires slashed by activists.
Hey, it's better than frozen accounts.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Man, that was a Trudeau. That was a slam on Trudeau.
How did people in Canada not freak the fuck out seeing that? Like, honestly, You know, are we really gonna just get psyoped into thinking
People are
it's
psyoped,
okay?
dude. They're sheep, man.
Dude, oh my god.
They'll argue against it for 3 weeks. The 4th week, they're like, all right, whatever it is, what it is. It's easier to. What is the saying? It's easier to do what's wrong than is right. Like, it's not that. I'm paraphrasing it, but it's like. I'll digress.
They have all the distractions that are available. Netflix, they have football, they have McDonald's, they have these cheap thrills and frills that get them basically distracted off what matters. It's quite an uncomfortable situation. I started the show off this morning with this bad boy on. I smelled something weird outside. If you guys already don't have preparedness stuff together for your family and yourself, please take some profits this bull market and do so. Because SHTF doesn't have to be some mushroom cloud. As you can see, it can come from a freaking hurricane. We have the disaster zones across 5 states, many millions still without power, thousands missing or presumed dead. Camelot completely paralyzed, media silent about the chaos because it's bad optics for the regime. They spent hundreds of billions of dollars on the Ukraine and won't lift a finger for the United States.
It's almost like they did the same thing to Maui.
It's almost the same thing as Maui, isn't it?
Maui's still completely lost.
I know. It's incredible. And the insurance agencies, no, you can't, we're not going to rebuild that. Sorry, you're in a weird zoning situation. Oprah needs the house. So
it took 3 months to get accountability on all the kids. Yeah. 3 months. Some that should have been done in 72 hours.
This is so sad.
Yeah, they just let it's ridiculous.
Jay with the super chat. This is a taste of what happens when SHTF happens. Prep, that is right, Jay. And it allows you to operate from a position of strength and power for your local community should it go down in your local community. I went out there. I have 2 generators that are gas powered and then a couple solar battery backups and then power cells, energy cells. Redundancy in your energy systems are very, very useful for just making sure that your homestead can stay lit and that you can provide the necessities for your family should this go down. The smoke is effing everywhere. Oh God, where is the smoke? Oh no.
Oh, for Georgia.
Well,
the chemical fire. Yeah,
the chemical
by the way,
smoke.
Did we ever clean up the train one in Ohio, East Palestine?
Yeah, East Palestine. It had very much East Palestine vibes to it, didn't it?
Dude, what do you think they're doing with the water, man?
Oh God.
That's still my biggest one. Is like, go to Europe. Like, I'm serious. Like, anybody that like just leaves the United States, if you've never traveled, go travel. I mean, the shit that's in our water and our food, the pesticides and everything, after 2 weeks, and I'll tell you the best thing about Italy is 2 weeks into it, I felt healthier than I had ever been. The day I came back, I got Chick-fil-A and threw up.
Yeah.
Like, it's just because your body got used to no high fructose, you can't have high fructose corn syrup out there. The soda tastes different because there's not nearly as much sugar. The water has to hit a certain level of degree that's way, way more mineral. I forget whatever clearer than it is in the U.S. They literally just let us drink toxins.
Oh, geez. I mean, the smoke looks like it's still headed northeast. It still looks like it's headed northeast. Michael King's saying, I know it was in Conyers, which is slightly east of Atlanta. He's saying it's in Atlanta now. That would be really, really bad if this smoke doesn't just get pushed off to the. I mean, it's not good for it to hit the Atlantic Ocean. Okay, so I'm not saying that's good, but it's better than landing and being permeated where everyone is currently living right now. This is not looking good. Here are just some highlights on where it is. This is the kind of the movement from, let's pull this up bigger. Here we go. You don't need the sound here. So this is the overall flow of the wind and the clouds moving to the northeast, which is obviously where the smoke will go. Hopefully that is the case and it pushes this stuff off to the ocean because holy shit. Chlorine clouds, not great. Chlorine clouds, acid rain. Bad problems come from that. So watch the health and game changers, not vegan propaganda. Bluegrass man, he's bringing up some interesting things to watch. And you know, this thing about fighting for our clean water. Josh, do you have a water filter at home?
Yes.
Is it like?
It doesn't matter. It's still like I still don't even believe the water filters are like. I don't have a strong one though, and I come from being on well water. Like nothing's been the same since I've left like well water in the mountains.
Get yourself some really good. I mean, you got nice stuff. You make good trades. Treat yourself right.
True.
Okay?
I got to get one of the ones for underneath the sink is what I got to do next, and actually process the water.
In purified water.
But I don't think I just personally, and this may be just me, because like I come from again being on a homestead with my own well.
Yeah.
Like even the Beretta filters, like I still don't feel like it's actually cleaning it the same way. So I still prefer to buy like actual cleaner bottled water. But then even then, it's like then you have your plastics, and it makes it so hard. Everything's so hard to be like healthy out here. It's crazy.
Dude, and it cost me $7,000 for the house water filter.
Yeah,
that's not cheap.
Not cheap at all.
Not cheap.
Are you on a well?
I also have a well.
Yeah, so you're crushing it.
Yeah, I have the well.
Which wells are expensive though. That had been 15.
I mean, it was already there when I bought the house.
Oh, well, yeah.
But then I got there, and I come from Boulder, and the water was relatively much cleaner than it is out here. So I could taste the garbage in the water immediately.
Yeah, isn't that funny?
Yeah. And so then I went and bought a $7,000 water filter because I just can't have it. I can't have it. Water is very important for me on the prep list. It's in front of food. It's in front of shelter. So, I put the money where it matters. For I got a lot of kids. They got a lot of years to grow up and be drinking that water. Now I can't even drink water outside the house because it's all such garbage out there. So, take these things and move appropriately. Okay. We see that government officials that are at the top, they don't give a fuck about us right now. They don't have any airdrops of $50 billion packages for North Carolina or South Carolina. You don't see this massive machine of FEMA coming in and swooping everyone up off the ground. No, they don't care. There are massive control institutions in place to control you from dissent. They're not there to save you when things go bad like they say they are. So when we do experience these massive upswings in our bags and all these things start going great, consider land that can produce food. Consider generators. Consider hard iron goods to keep the land secure. Consider training to know how to use those hard iron goods. Ask Josh his thoughts on Filecoin. What are your thoughts on Filecoin, Josh?
Data storage is boring. It's never going to be sexy for retail exposure, and then data storage has become easier over time. So I'd much prefer, or rather, invest in something that's already benefiting not only data storage, but rendering whatever cloud service provider you're looking for. So I like things like, why am I spacing out on the other option that we've traded in and out of? What's another data storage platform, chat? Go.
Well, I mean, you got Arweave.
Arweave, thank you.
You got Arweave.
Arweave. They're doing way more in the AI sector. So it's just like when you have like that's the thing. Is like I think Filecoin is a Litecoin. It's not going to go anywhere. It's got some utility to it. But yeah, I mean, when you look at that, like what's going to be sexy that brings back Filecoin? Like in 2020, it was sexy to have utility.
It was very sexy.
Today, dude, no one cares. They just want to make money. They're like,
very sexy.
That logo's boring to me, you know?
Yeah, I mean, and this
sadly has an effect.
This is kind of concerning. It's still got quite a bit of supply to come out. So I am looking at this like, ooh. It's got 589 million tokens out currently, but there's a total of 2 billion tokens to be released. And as you can see from the price to market cap comparison, yes, Grayscale is shilling this in the AI kind of basket that they're pushing out there. But we have, a good trend line on market cap. This is higher lows. And yet the price is still absolutely in the gutter, man. I mean, this is like worse than Algorand. So I don't know. I don't know about this. I am a believer in storage tokens, I think, more than Josh. But I'd agree that Arweave is way sexier.
Arweave is way sexier.
Arweave
I wouldn't go for the $1 billion data storage provider. I'd go for the 100 million.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. It's because there's more upside.
Way more upside.
Way more upside.
And it's like if data storage gets that trend.
Yeah.
Where, like, again, you got to realize what's the majority of the retail trades in crypto now? It's meme coins. So what are they going to attach themselves first, a Filecoin or an Arweave?
Crypto Steve-O's bringing up something I want to address. Grayscale used to shill Mana. I remember that. Mana Decentraland. Mana, in my opinion, because of the shill, did this. Look at this shit. This is the last market, of course. This thing went from 3 cents to fucking $5. Just about $5. People printed money.
It was my first 100x.
Was it really?
That was one of my only 100x's.
And did you take profits?
Yeah, it was. I put $100 in that. This is back when I was in college. So I had $100 in that, turned into almost 10 grand.
Jeez.
So that was one of my first. Now, by the time I think I made like $7,200 or something off of it. By the time my dollar cost averaged out, because I was just like, what the? And I sold at $1. I bought at like a penny.
Right.
So
that could have been 50K.
Yeah, I'm just like. But dude, once you're making that, you're like, this isn't real. This is real. And then I'm so grateful I took the profit, because I would be back at. I mean, I'd still be up massively today. But it be like, I took that profit. That was one of the first projects I've ever invested into, and then I used that to get into like VeChain, Solana, Harmony One, a bunch of or not Solana, Harmony One and Zilla, kind of a bunch of other projects.
Yeah. This thing just absolutely ripped last market, and I wanted the profit taking story because it's okay to take profits. Like. I have that baseline rule of taking the 3x. You know, I take about 50% off the table when I see the 3x. I take another 25% when it's a 5x, and then I leave a little moon bag. Maybe it keeps going to the sky, sure. But at large, I pay myself for getting in early on projects, and then I turn it into real estate or hard-earned goods or more chickens or whatever. I have quite a bit of baby chickens that are grown up now. I'm almost needing to start a egg business. Because of the amount of eggs.
Hey, if you ever want to cook them up, fry them, defeather them, I'm here for you.
Yeah, I keep meaning to bring some into the office.
I've probably done 1,000 chicken in my life.
Have you?
Yeah. It's been like 10 years, but we used to do that all the time. Once they became too old to produce eggs, once every 2 years or so, we would do a season. Where
That'd be a fun short to make. Maybe me and you skinning chickens.
Yeah, we'll do it the old-fashioned way. We'll get a cone, we'll hang it by a tree, we'll put them in the cone, slit their necks, and we'll defeather them. We'll boil some water. And
I don't even use the cone. I just put them upside down on the tree and pull a machete.
Oh, that's bold.
Yeah, I know.
I do the cone because one time we used to actually put them on. I would axe their heads off, but chickens, after you cut their heads off, they I got scratched hard.
Did you really?
Yeah, I got scratched hard, cut up in my skin.
Oh god.
So it just scratched me. So I was like, all right, we're gonna put them in a cone from now on. Let them just bleed out.
Get blue roofs. Oh my god, that's a dark conversation right now.
Bro's coming at the Maui conversation.
Big tip, shark. I got the last channel I had was banned. Just like I was able to cover so much, but the moment I brought up what was happening in Turkey and some radio frequencies that came out on satellite imagery, that's when it got blasted. So I got to be careful about that subject matter, but I know where you're going with that. Big tip, shark. Josh, it's been an incredible show. It's been a real good show.
Thanks for having me.
And really where we are right now, like you guys, the smaller plays, the sneaky plays, I do feel like buying more Constellation DAG. I know we had not really much of a pullback here, but right around the 2 to 3 cent range is a juicy spot for me. I feel like DAG, this is a great partner of my channel to have, and really I feel blessed. I am buying my own tokens, and I had a bag of this thing before we even became partners, so I'm super honored to be partnered up with this organization.
Yeah.
It's holding on.
Let me say this, because this isn't like the product I expect to do a 100x, but what I like, Benjamin Jorgensen, if you guys have been following Constellation DAG for like the last few years, they are some serious innovators in the space, and they've always been going after the government contracts, which I very much respect. So this is one of those plays I think they're positioning themselves with, like the United States Air Force, the Space Force, and just putting them in a position to really benefit off not only government contracts, but that use case that comes with that.
Absolutely.
And this has, again, if you're looking at storage plays, these are things that like integrate a lot of that value into the same system. So for DePIN AI, I think there's going to be another wave. I don't expect this to do like 100x, but again, I think DAG is going to perform pretty well this cycle, especially with the, look, this is, everybody gets pissed when I bring in politics, but it seriously matters. If we have a Doge committee under the U.S. government, just imagine all the government contract-like projects that already have exposure to these government agencies. They're going to be lifted up more as responsible, and they're going to be at the convention speaking. They're having their Hype Dev conference later this month of October. Definitely check them out. They're great people over there. They crush it.
Well, they do. They have that specified focus on data security tool. So, data security, I'm a fan of. And if you don't have your crypto on a cold storage device, for the love of God, please get yourself a cold storage wallet. There's Troy's album, The Battle, that you can pick up, but also next to it, a Arculus cold storage wallet. You can use code BASE10 to get 10% off that bad boy. And don't forget to be trading with me on 2bit.
Is that that foreshadowing something? Is make sure you have your crypto on a hardware wallet before the battle starts.
It could. That is good.
Is that what's happening down there?
I think go back to the shot.
Go back to the shot.
I didn't even mean to do that.
Yeah, it's
but
like
this is it.
The battle's coming.
The battle's coming. Spartan helmet, the protector of your value as we head into battle. Man, I love that. Troy Lindsay. Who's Troy? Let's show him again here. He's at Troy and Olga. He's the guy. They made me this outfit. Huge supporters of the channel. Absolutely love everything that he does there. And you can go check out his album at troylindsay.com. He's a very based, badass individual.
I love that bio.
Yeah.
It just doesn't get more badass. Singer, songwriter, traveling helicopter mechanic, former Marine.
Yeah.
That is just...
He's a badass.
Man.
Absolutely badass. So make sure if you guys got it in your heart to support another fellow musician that supports the blockchain basement, have at it. I've been just having so much fun this bull market. And you know what? I took a ton of profits in March and April. I felt like a fool when I did it. Now we've had prices reset, and I'm feeling excited. I'm feeling ready to buy a bunch more and having a good time doing it.
You had some of the best entry points out of this entire office. Arrow, Chainlink, ICP. You bought the bottoms.
Well, but selling this is what matters. You know,
True.
I only sold half of the portfolio in April and March, and even that felt like a bit much. But I did it, and I put the money into a sewing shop on the house. And now my wife's out there doing sewing projects too.
Yeah.
You know, making more money.
It's an investment.
It's an investment. It's a money-making venture, and she's loving doing it. She loves it. So shout out to everyone out there supporting the blockchain basement, you guys. Big Tip Shark, Laserface, Shady Bandito, Beeps, Zachary Martin, Crypto Glassworks, Senza, and all the rest. Bob from accounting late, but still great. And Nicole Ministator. Prayers for your father, Nicole Ministator. He's going into surgery soon. If you all can say a prayer, we said a prayer this morning on the morning show for you. But make sure if you have it in your heart to pray for Nicole's pops. He's going under the knife, and I really hope for a speedy recovery. And shout out to you, Crypto Breezy. I will see you guys tomorrow. Be blessed. Take care.